I am based in the cold, hard world of the autopsy. I am Professor Ryan Blumenthal, forensic pathologist, and this is Lessons for the Living from the Autopsy Table. Leave yourself the well alone. You should not have mirrors in your house. Too many mirrors. You are like a visually obsessed teenager. Focus more on your character than your external appearance. The first thing I would like to discuss are nose rings. Now, nose rings are used in agriculture to stop animals from rooting. It's supposed to cause pain. Now it's popular in humans. Humans have nose rings. Now, what humans do not know is that a nose ring is situated anatomically in what is known as the death triangle. The death triangle is this part of the face over here. The veins of that part of the face drain towards the cavernous sinus. I've seen cavernous sinus thrombosis and cavernous sinus infection from nose rings. Nose rings, if placed incorrectly, can cause injury, sickness, and death. If you get an infection, cancer, if you pop a pimple, if it drains towards your cavernous sinus area, you can get cavernous sinus thrombosis or cavernous sinus infection. I've seen one or two of these in my career. The eyes bulge. It happens in real time. It can cause meningitis. It is not a pleasant thing. I've seen cancers spread to the cavernous sinus thrombosis. I've seen infections spread to the cavernous sinus region. And it is known as the death triangle. And this is where people get their nose rings. The next topic is bodybuilding. So huge bulging muscles are not a sign of success, as magazines would have us believe. Anabolic steroids can cause deaths. Anabolic steroids, there's a huge range of pathologies that are associated with anabolic steroid use. Besides testicular atrophy, testicular fibrosis, and xerospermatogenesis, it also causes steroid acne. It causes what's known as roid rage. There's an increased chance of suicide on anabolic steroids. There's an increased chance of homicide on anabolic steroids. And what people do not realize, it causes left ventricular hypertrophy of the heart. It causes coronary artery atherosclerosis and all forms of ischemic heart disease. And then there is a little known complication of anabolic steroids, which very few people know about, a condition called pileosis hepatis. Pileosis hepatis are dilated veins in the liver. And what can happen is minor blunt force trauma to the liver can cause that person to bleed to death intra-abdominally. So beware of anabolic steroid use. So aesthetic medicine is divided into reconstructive medicine and cosmetic medicine. I have no problem with reconstructive medicine. So for example, if the breasts are too big and you want to make them smaller, then that would not be classified as cosmetic surgery. It would be classified as reconstructive surgery. However, there are some people who request bigger boobs, whereas instead they should be reading better books. They are working on the wrong organs. They should be working on this organ. Breast augmentation surgery also comes with a host of complications. Silicone breast implants, whereas it looks attractive externally, at autopsy it's a totally different story. I've seen these silicone implants pop and melt. It's very difficult to get the silicone gel off my knife. It compresses the surrounding breast tissue to create fibrosis. So many people take me down saying, how dare I discuss such things? I'm not a psychologist. I'm not in cosmetic medicine. I am based in the cold, hard world of the autopsy. The autopsy table does not lie. It is my duty as a forensic pathologist to communicate these stories to the living. This is matter of factism. I have no agendas, I have no narratives. My only motive is educating the public.